Hey, so sorry for not uploading on my actual day, but I'm doing it today. So, anyway, today's topic is bathrooms. So, bathrooms can be really hard for all trans people, but of course, for non binary people, it's not, it's even harder because it's like there isn't even it's not even like a question of can I go into the right bathroom. It's also like what is the right bathroom? If there aren't gender neutral bathrooms, and in most places there aren't, then there is no right bathroom. So you have to decide, usually, you have to decide between two wrong options. Also, something that's really annoying is like in like family bathrooms, if they're not single stall, if they're like multiple stalls, or if it's a family locker room, there are like kids, little kids everywhere, and then their parents. And so if you're like someone who's not a little kid or a parent, then people will look at you weird when if you go in there and it's like, what are you doing in here? Because like the only reason that they can think of not being able to use the other bathrooms is if you have little kids. So when it comes to gendered bathrooms in public, I just use the women's because I I never pass for a guy or anything else except for a woman. So like I feel like I don't really have the option of going into the men's. But also I kind of like if I could go into either, I would prefer the women's because urinals, like the idea of urinals kind of make me uncomfortable. Like I don't want to like see people peeing. And I know I can just look away, but just the idea of it being in the open, that's just gross. Okay. I mean, that's just my opinion. And I don't really feel like dysphoria going into the women's restroom. So usually I don't really, most of my life, I don't really have to think about it. But this was not the case when I came to college and I'm sharing a bathroom with everyone because I guess it's like I felt different about it because it's not just using the bathroom, it's also stuff like, it's also taking a shower and just like doing daily stuff like brushing your teeth and washing your face. And it just feels a lot more intimate, I guess. The thing is, when I came to college, I had decided that I would be as out as possible without like going into the streets and shouting, "Hey, I'm non-binary." So I wanted like anyone that I knew in my dorm to know. And so I thought like, what if, word gets out and then people don't want me to like share like a bathroom with them and be showering in the same place as them. And I kind of freaked out about it like the first week of school. Because the thing was, I had a choice. There is a unisex bathroom on my hall, but it's all the way at the other end of the hall. And that's like my dorm is really long and skinny, if that makes sense. So if I was outside walking the same distance, I would be walking like a long block. and I don't really want to walk down the whole hallway for like taking like a minute or two in my towel. And yeah, I could bring my clothes, but there's no place to put it except the floor, and that's kind of gross. So I was like, should I use the unisex one because that's the correct one, or should I use the more convenient one? And I wanted to use the women's restroom because it's like, it's just so far away. It's a lot easier for me to use the women's restroom. But I was really worried, like, I know that I hear people saying things like they're scared to share like locker rooms with lesbians or bi girls. So I feel like I would get a similar response if they knew that I was non-binary, and they would like ask me questions about like what genitals I have, and like be scared and maybe like talk to the RAs about not wanting me in the bathroom. And like, I just don't want to make anyone uncomfortable. So I was like debating about this, and I talked to the coordinator in the LGBT Resource Center, and on her advice, I talked to one of my RAs, and my RA said I should be able to I can use whatever bathroom I want, including the women's bathroom, and I should just use whatever makes me more comfortable. So then after that, I just had to decide whether to, like, on one hand, I can use the unisex bathroom and like validate my identity, I guess, or I could use the women's bathroom, which is way more convenient. In the end, I chose the women's bathroom. But yeah. And I thought that I thought I would be socializing with the people in my dorm a lot more, but it turns out that the people that I end up talking to are more, like, at events or clubs that I go to. So only, like, 2 people on my floor know that I'm non-binary, and both of them are accepting. So I guess that's my experience with bathrooms. Yeah. That's all I have to say for now. Sorry again for the late video. And, what problems do you guys have with bathrooms? Feel free to comment, and yeah. Okay, I'm really tired, so I'm gonna go now. This has been Z for Out of This Binary. Bye.